It was Warren Buffett who said that in business, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield, that risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. One of the tools that almost every business owner uses to figure out what is going on in their business are financial statements. Effective financial statements provide you with the information that can be used to make solid management decisions. Chances are you have many different financial statements. You have an income statement, you have a balance sheet, you might have a budget. Given that we are in a pretty tough economy these days, I thought it would be useful to focus on another financial document called the cash flow plan. A cash plan is especially important if you're running low on cash. If your business is flush, the importance and necessity of the cash plan is diminished. But if your business is cash strapped, having a cash plan will give you a sense of control and help to guide you through the difficult period. A cash flow plan is different than a budget. A budget deals with accounts receivable and account payables, projected revenue and projected expenses. A cash plan addresses cash coming in and going out of the business, usually in the form of checks, cash deposits, and cash disbursements. Many accounting programs have a cash management module. If you don't have a cash management module, TouchStone has an Excel spreadsheet template that you can use to plan and manage your cash, and we'll use this spreadsheet in today's presentation. A quick comment. If your business is running on an accrual basis as opposed to a cash basis, in other words, you extend credit and have accounts receivables, then you'll need to know and project the collection of those receivables into your cash plan. And if you don't know how long it takes for you to collect your receivables, use this general rule of thumb. A standard for collection times is 60% in the first 30 days, 30% in the first 60 days, and the balance of 10% in the first 90 days. There are 3 steps in the cash planning cycle. Step number 1 is to set up the cash plan. Step number 2 is to report and monitor what actually happened. And step number 3 is to review and manage the plan. One of the first questions to ask when setting up a cash flow spreadsheet is how long do you plan to forecast cash flow? 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months? The farther out you're forecasting, usually the more difficult it is to maintain accuracy. A rolling 3-month or 6-month forecast is often all that is necessary for most businesses. For businesses that are seriously cash-strapped, the cash flow cycle can be shortened to twice monthly or even weekly. In today's example, we're going to use a 6-month rolling forecast. To begin, let's access the spreadsheet that is included with the cash planning process in TouchStone. As usual, the first thing I'm going to do is illustrate how to download this into your TouchStone account in case you haven't already done this step. I'm going to start off in a blank TouchStone account. I'm going to click on the 4 Key Functions tab. I'm going to click on Running the Business. I'll hover my cursor over the Add from Systems Library option and choose the General Processes. I'm going to change my subfunction to Finance, and I'll put a check mark beside the system called Cash Flow Planning. Scroll down to the bottom and click on Add, and this will add the cash flow planning process to your TouchStone account. Now let's click on the process to open it. Before we open the downloaded file, the spreadsheet, let's link this process to your job description. Click on the option to link to job description in the banner at the top right here. Click on the position you wish to link it to. In my case, I'm going to link it to the position of President. Choose whether you'd like to make this a strategic process or a tactical process on the job description. I see this as a management process, a business planning process, so I'm going to make it strategic and then click Link. You'll see that it's now been linked to that position's job description. In doing this, you'll be able to save the completed worksheets at the end of this process into the control panel of your own TouchStone account. Okay, let's open and view the uploaded file called Cash Flow Template. First, click on it. It's the first uploaded file right here. Then click on View File and save it on your desktop, and then open it in Microsoft Excel. Start with the current closing balances of all of your bank accounts. That will become the beginning cash balance in the cell C4. If you like, you can add rows right here and identify the name of each of the bank accounts that your business holds, if you have multiple bank accounts in your business. Project cash receipts that will be coming into your company over the next month. Chances are, if you have some outstanding receivables, for example, you'll be collecting a percentage of those. There may be some deposits on projects that you'll be collecting. You may have to speak with your sales manager or your sales team to get some cash forecasting. The goal is to identify all of the cash that will be coming into the business for the next month. Please note you are not forecasting sales. You are forecasting cash and checks that will be received. Row 12 in the spreadsheet will total the expected monthly cash receipts, and row 13 will add the total cash receipts to the beginning cash balance from row 4 to give you the total cash available to pay expenses for the month. As a next step, you'll list all of your expected cash outflows for the month. Again, remember, these are not purchase orders. These are actual checks that you intend to write or actual cash that the business spends. All cash disbursements and checks written will be totaled, and the sum will appear in row 37. Below the subtotal of the regular monthly cash disbursements, there is a section for capital purchases, owner's draw, and loans to principals. If there are any large disbursements of cash for any of these reasons, they can be entered in these cells. The spreadsheet will then total all cash disbursements and subtract them from the total available cash and report that as the ending monthly balance in row 46. The ending monthly cash balance in the first month will then be carried forward to the beginning of the next month and appear as the beginning cash balance for month number 2 in cell E4. Continue on forecasting the cash receipts and the cash disbursements for the next 6 months. When you have completed forecasting your cash receipts and cash disbursements, save the completed worksheet in the control panel of your TouchStone account. To do that, click on your Home button, then click on your position in the control panel section. Find the process called Cash Flow Planning and click on it. In my case, it's very simple because it's the only process that I've currently linked to my position. Click on the first uploaded file called Cash Flow Template. In the Save As box, I'm going to put in the months that are in my forecast. Let's say January through June, the first 6 months of the year. Next, I'm going to browse for the file on my desktop, click on it, and then choose the Save button. This will upload the completed spreadsheet into the control panel of my TouchStone account. Remember that the only people who can see this are those who have access to your login and password, or the people to whom you report. Now you'll know exactly where to find this file next month when you need it to compare what actually happened against what you budgeted. The second step is to report and monitor cash flow. At the end of the given time period, and we'll say in a month for example, use your accounting application to determine the actual amounts of cash that was received and the actual amount of cash that was dispersed. You'll access your completed spreadsheet from your positions control panel in your TouchStone account and enter the actual cash disbursements and cash receipts into the spreadsheet. Once completed, you'll compare the actuals to what was budgeted and account for and note all of the differences and discrepancies. The final step, step number 3, is to use this comparative information to help you update and edit your forecasting. Obviously, the goal is not to spend more than what you're making. The goal is to follow your plan. On the other hand, things don't always go as planned. If you've got a cash flow plan, you can control and adjust to these variances. The cash flow plan is a critical tool to help you make informed decisions in your business. Remember what Warren Buffett said. The cash flow plan will provide a method for clearing that metaphorical windshield, reducing the risk, and helping you make better business decisions. If you'd like to take the TouchStone Business System for a test drive, click here to register for an account with a 100% no questions asked money-back guarantee. Try it for 30 days. Download any of the processes from our General Systems library. Processes for daily planning, performance evaluation, recruiting and hiring, email and voicemail handling, website optimization, problem resolution. There's an active referral process and an email marketing process, a strategic planning process, and many, many more. You can download these systems from our General Systems library into your own TouchStone account. If you're not completely 100% satisfied, simply cancel your TouchStone account within the first 30 days and receive a full money-back guarantee. And every system you download from our library can be saved as a Microsoft Word file to your own desktop or laptop computer. All of these systems are yours to keep, edit, and use absolutely free. If you'd like to see a short demonstration of the TouchStone application, click here. Your business is the biggest investment that you have. Maximize its value. Have it running smoothly and reliably and get it just the way you want it. To find out more about TouchStone, call us at 888-522-2325. If you're outside the United States, dial 707-522-6250. Or you can email us at sales@businessdesigncorp.com or visit us on the web at www.businessdesigncorp.com. Get the business you deserve.